what's more scary and spooky than these Halloween decorations? KinkTok, the kink community on social media. Listen, we've all got our thing. Leather, handcuffs, you name it, someone is gonna be getting turned on. No, literally. Like, there's over 100 different kinds of kinks out there, and that's barely even touching the surface. We're getting kinked tonight, R.I.P. that. I know. See, TikTok is one of those places where you can post about anything, and it's great, you know? 1 minute you could be watching a chef cooking up a brand new and exciting recipe, and then the next minute someone is showing off their scary Halloween costume. And yeah, everything that I just talked about were all kinks. You'd think the days of people being way too comfortable on the internet are over, and they've only just begun.
Imagine this is the person's mouth and you're coming on, like front on, just like they're standing in front of you.
Now I want to stop you right there. I am not trying to kink shame in this video. It's nobody's business what adults do privately and consensually. But when you do your kinks in public, or even post them on social media, or even minors to see, you know, without consenting, that's kind of the problem.
Did you just put a cigarette into his mouth? That's...
Listen, you do you, I do me, we're all good, we're all happy. I'm sure by now we've all seen the New York Park couple that went viral earlier this year, but that wasn't my first encounter with KinkTok. It started all the way back in BookTok, from smutty books like Haunting Adeline, which I also read on video. Play the clip.
Saliva pooling to the tip and dripping off onto my...
to people showing their wildest fantasies like masked men. Think motorcycle helmets, gas masks, the killer from the movie Scream. Kinky isn't slapping her ass and calling her a dirty word. It's dressing like this and playing hide and seek. Primal edition. Why watch a horror movie when you can just live it at home? Running in fear is only fun when it's primal. Okay, it's not like you're chasing down a lion for dinner. You're wearing a $13 plastic mask from Spirit Halloween. Which, speaking of Spirit Halloween, did you know that the ghost face mask is so popular that the employees already assume that you're buying it for other purposes other than trick-or-treating? Yeah. That's the scary part. My fantasy is to be chased by a man wearing a ghost face mask. So you might be asking, why getting chased by a man wearing a ghost face mask is so hot? I guess you're just gonna have to ask BookTok. You won't have to chase me far, because I forgot how to run. Sir, I'm on my knees. I won't even run. Get me life alert, cause I've fallen down and can't get up. BookTok is single-handedly holding up the entire kink community on TikTok. Although using accessories like handcuffs and blindfolds aren't really that unusual. If anything, that might just be even tamer than using a mask.
Who do you think the hottest girl in school is? The Epcot ball? Well, I like Melanie, and not just because she's pretty. I think
I don't know why I got these lying around, but why did I do that? We're getting down and dirty. A little nerdy and dirty. But that's until people started to use dog collars and leashes. This is usually done in a dom-sub dynamic, or even as a wedding commitment thing. So like wearing rings, but around your neck.
Collaring is a representation of a DS dynamic, but it really does look different for everyone. So it can range from just the fashion statement all the way to this really serious committed relationship.
See, this is where my brain is like, okay, what if you used a shock collar? Does that mean I'm giving away ideas now? Let's not try that.
Woof, woof. Like that. Woof.
There's a creator named Puppy Girl Jenna who went really viral back in 2021 for crawling around with a leash attached to her collar around her neck, pretending to be a dog.
What I like about being a dog is the bond between that one special person, like your owner, and yeah, like the day-to-day like mannerisms of a dog that they have, you know.
Now, okay, I'm gonna be really vulnerable here. I want you to hold my hand. When I was a little kid, I used to pretend to be a dog. At home, I should clarify, I didn't do it outside. I didn't do it in public. I just love dogs. I'm not Puppy Girl Jenna, and I'm not doing dog kink. Okay?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
But aside from me, Puppy Girl Jenna, this is a kink.
Puppy play is extremely important in my relationship. That's where a lot of like my love languages lie.
And I'm sure, you know, when you're out going for a walk, maybe a little odd, you know? Will she bark at me? Will she have rabies? I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No hate. Just a little bizarre. But I think the craziest part is that she would crawl on her hands and knees in an airport. Okay, listen, I've got the knees of an old person nearing their deathbed. So how the hell is anybody crawling on their hands and knees on concrete and wearing leggings?
Let's go. Hey.
This hurts me. In another related category, now you've probably seen content from this creator before, Eve Iris. This creator, TikToker, is really interesting. It's someone that's gotten a lot of hate for their cringy content.
Sometimes little things taste better than big things. That's why I like you.
Okay, well, like I said, sass is on the house.
What else is on the house?
This.
Oh my god!
This is content that's primarily out in public.
I don't know, you tell me. Hold the camera. Okay, that's my neck.
Oh.
And it's between her and her boyfriend. It's kind of hard to tell who's more in the mood sometimes, but...
Yeah, I am. Just give me 1 second. Listen here, you little The only one she's supposed to be riding in this town is me, so don't get used to this or think it's a normal thing.
While this is clearly in the middle of a mall, their cringy PDA is one thing, but a lot of people have noticed that it kind of seems like a Discord mod and their kitten type relationship.
Pupils, it has come to my attention that a diamond pickaxe is missing from a chest located in my domain.
I don't know, man. Something about it just seems really scripted.
So I was actually thinking about...
About what, princess?
Maybe it's not. Okay, that could be worse.
You're taking a really long time looking at beans.
Yeah, sorry, I can't seem to find your bean on the shelf.
Are they in the pasta aisle? It's gotta be pasta, because there's a sauce right there.
I'm great for you, aren't I?
I don't know, it's getting a little romantic in the pasta aisle. Maybe someone would want to do a Lady and the Tramp with me? You are in a grocery store. What if someone was waiting for them to move? Because pasta, beans, rice, these are all very common foods for cooking. Excuse me?
You're taking a really long time looking at beans.
Right there?
Yeah, sorry, I can't seem to find your bean on the shelf.
Can I just get that?
Oh my god.
It'll take
You don't
2
like
seconds. You can go
I
back to
don't like
whatever
that.
you're doing. It's a kind of a kink called public humiliation related to the dom and sub labels that I mentioned earlier.
Humiliation play is a sexual masochistic experience that is an integral part of a lot of BDSM and kink play.
Public humiliation is a kind of power exchange, usually in BDSM practices where the person gets aroused when embarrassed. This can include a lot. Meltdowns in public, role-playing,
Good girl. Who's a good girl?
kink shaming, and pranks. Yeah, like the weird ads that you get while scrolling on TikTok promoting, you know, something to put in your underwear that can be kind of controlled by your phone. Gotta be PG here, okay? I'm not like trying to be annoying. And these people aren't just doing it in public. They're doing it with a crowd of people around. Kids, families, they're all there, unknowing to what's actually happening. If you knew how long it took me to realize that the partner in the video wasn't just drawing something on their phone, that they were actually controlling the vibrations that she's feeling, I was trying to guess it like Pictionary. Of course, why would it be anything innocent?
What are you doing? Stop it.
This also kind of made me think of the other pranks that I think are kind of crazy for people to be doing on YouTube even.
Better come down?
All right, yeah.
All right, come on.
1, 2, 3. Good, brother. Why you so jittery?
Ooh, boy, hold on.
A lot of the couple pranks that are really toxic, to be honest with you.
Try to stop.
There's also really explicit, what I like to call confessions. Stuff that should really just be said between you and your partner, you know? Peeing in public. There's also a scat kink. Lots of bodily fluids. We're not even gonna get into that. Just had lunch, okay? As respectfully as possible, hear me out, who has that many belts? Half of them are in the same color of leather. Nobody needs that many. Maybe 3 belts, maximum. What's interesting though is that the biggest rule of kink and BDSM is consent and respecting people's boundaries, which means not doing it in public where you can't control everyone around you, right? I don't know, there's always gonna be strange stuff on the internet, and just because I don't understand it doesn't make it wrong, you know what I mean? So some of it can be educational, other times it's just taking it way too far.
I go on to some of these people's pages and they're like, well, we are allies and advocates for people who are survivors of whatever. We turn to this community as a way to express ourselves after having experienced our own SA experience or whatever. And then these women are coming forward and they're saying, well, this happened to me in the community, and the community turned a blind eye. And people are saying, well, that's not the real community then, because that doesn't happen in my community. That's where danger happens.
All right, that's all I've got for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Just remember, stay cool.